Hello, and welcome to the We Don't Have Time Davos Hub, coming to you live from the 2025 World Economic Forum from beautiful Davos, Switzerland. And we can see just how beautiful it is. We're actually overlooking this lovely town from our base camp, the Arctic Basecamp, in fact, in front of Hotel Schatzalp. And it is such a pleasure to be here. This is our first day of broadcasting. We couldn't be more thrilled to share with all of you an incredible lineup of interviews and discussions over the coming days. And you will hear, as you always do when you tune into our broadcast, from scientific experts, from high-level executives, from political change makers, and inspiring activists. We will cover the whole spectrum of perspectives here from Davos. And we have one goal in mind, as we always do, to really bring this message of urgent climate action to this gathering of the world's most prominent leaders. I'm really happy to be here in Davos, pretty much anywhere but Washington, D.C. today. And it's also the first time that the founder and co-CEO of We Don't Have Time, Ingmar Rentzhog, and I are here in Davos together. So Ingmar, welcome.
Thank you.
And, we've never done this together, but this year, in particular, not just because of what's going on across the Atlantic in Washington, D.C., which is the whole reason you started We Don't Have Time in the first place, was when Trump was first elected. But this is a uniquely important Davos, and it's why we both showed up. So tell our audience a little bit about why you thought it was so important for us to be here, for We Don't Have Time to be in Davos this week.
I would say many of the international meetings we are active on, our main mission is often to push for the climate agenda and influence the meeting to do more on climate. For this particular international meeting, it starts the same day Donald Trump entered the White House again. I think the most important mission we have is to actually broadcast how is the world reacting on this. And how can we keep pushing the climate agenda forward together? So that's what we're going to focus on here. There's a lot of things going on in the world. And I think what we really need to do is to stay on track and don't get distracted. Because we can't ignore climate, even if we have politicians trying to do that. It ends up in big fires, in economic losses. It will probably become very soon a financial crisis. These are things we need to take care of, and we don't have time for craziness or distractions. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to listen, and we're here to push.
There's a lot of pushback on Davos, though, right? We can't ignore that. There's a lot of protest. In fact, yesterday there were protests here in Davos that made it difficult for many to enter and get access in their badges. Why is it still so important to show up despite much of the resistance against this gathering?
I would say We Don't Have Time, our mission is to show up where the leaders are. And the leaders are here. We don't need to agree with everything said here to do the impact. So that's our mission. But I can also say that, it's not World Economic Forum, they have no power.
You heard it here.
So we shouldn't, of course we can protest against a meeting to make it better. That probably makes a lot of sense in many ways, but the power is not here. But the people that have the power is here. So the meeting is not the power, but the people here is the power, and those are the minds we need to change.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that. We never shy away from having hard conversations, and we promise to continue to be provocative through these coming days in our broadcast. Thank you, Ingmar. I'll check in with you a little later.
Thank you.